market direction, and then as a result of that, they eventually had counter-revolutions. The United States assumed that would happen in China, absolutely, but it didn't. And it didn't happen in Vietnam either. In the 80s, Vietnam started having, market reforms, and the Communist Party got stronger. But yes, 1979, the USA was convinced that China was eventually going to adopt capitalism. And it was kind of smart on Deng Xiao Ping's part. He played into that, right? See, Mao Zedong had been this, this third world revolutionary. Revolution is the main trend in the world today. Well, Deng Xiaoping, he went to the White House, he wore a cowboy hat, he smoked a cigar, he drank whiskey. Deng Xiaoping played up the idea that, communist, what's that? I'm just like an American. It was brilliant. It was brilliant what Deng Xiaoping did, because that's not what happened. The Communist Party in the 1970, 1978, 1979, the Communist Party is getting stronger. 1980s, the Communist Party is getting stronger. You have the 1989 Tiananmen stuff, and they managed to pull through that. 1990s, Communist Party is getting stronger. 2000s, the Communist Party is getting stronger, and now we have Xi Jinping. It was brilliant. The Chinese Communist Party, they'd been cut off by the Soviets. They'd been isolated. They needed economic development, and so they said, okay, we're not going to get support from the socialist countries of the world. Let's pivot to getting support from the United States. Let's get foreign investment from the United States. And the United States assumed, if you have if you have a market zone, eventually that market zone will overtake your communist government. Oopsie daisy. And Deng Xiaoping was brilliant. He used the strengths of capitalism to strengthen socialism. And you go read Deng Xiaoping's writings. Read what Deng Xiaoping wrote for himself. I quote it in City Builders and Vandals, and We Are City Builders. Read Deng Xiaoping's Marxist understanding. Deng Xiaoping understood one of the most essential parts of Marxism, that hierarchy and class society is rooted in scarcity, and the road to an egalitarian society is with material abundance. He learned that from the Cultural Revolution. In the Cultural Revolution in China, they tried to build a pure communist egalitarian society on the basis of poverty and scarcity, and it didn't work. And so Deng Xiaoping went back into Marx, he read the Critique of the Goethe Program, and he learned that the basis of building a classless society is vast material abundance. And so he made it the priority of the Communist Party to eliminate poverty. And he said, poverty is not socialism, but to be rich is glorious. And that's the brilliance of Deng Xiaoping.